Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code SPORTS365 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code SPORTS365. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details.
Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5 presented by Flag Anthem. Go to flagandanthem.com and use our promo code 365sports for a discount at checkout. Today, mistakes made in coaching searches. I didn't just do this because of LSU. I did this because this happens a lot. LSU just seems to be making all of them at once. So I wanted to just give a roadmap for fans out there to see if you see these things happening in your coaching search, your team might be making a mistake. I almost sound like a Jeff Foxworthy bit there, and I'm sorry. But here we go. Number 5, bidding wars. Look, I don't mean to belittle the skills of any given coach, but there are lots of coaches out there. Do not get yourself in a bidding war with another school. For example, Lane Kiffin has his opportunity to have a bidding war between 3 schools. That's good for him, but probably bad for any of the 3 schools, LSU, Florida, and Ole Miss, where he currently is, for that, because he will be able to charge you well above market price for a guy who is yet to win a conference or national title. Now, he's got things rolling, but remember, when you are bidding on a guy like Lane Kiffin, see what he's done or how close you feel he really is, and know that, he might be worth a lot, but double check that resume before you decide we have to make sure that we don't play against this guy anymore. Here's the deal. No matter what happens, you're probably playing against him anyway if you lose out. So don't be crazy about it. Just don't be crazy about it. Number 4, people who want influence. The avatar for this is Buddy from Friday Night Lights. He actually did have influence.
He did.
He had a lot of influence. But people who want to be Buddy. And sometimes people are Buddy already. And those people can be scary too. But the ones who really decide, I've got the money now, I'm going to push my ideas on this thing, aren't always necessarily the best people to listen to. Now, look, you want their money. They need their money right now, so it's hard not to. But when the people who want to influence it get too involved, these things go off the rails, even for the guy that they want to hire, because now they feel that coach should be beholden to them because they made it happen. So be wary of these things. Number 3, letting politicians anywhere near it. This gave me a second opportunity to use this picture I made on ChatGPT of Jeff Landry as a clown, but letting politicians anywhere near it, letting politicians talk about it. They don't know. They don't know. This is not their field of expertise. Look, Tommy Tuberville was a coach, and if he wanted to get involved in any coaching search, I still wouldn't let him do it because, I can see his coaching record. I can see the way he did things. Unless it's Tom Osborne, who then became an AD after he was a politician, I would not listen to them. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to a guy And look, I'm not even trying to discredit his credentials for governor, which I totally could. But look, he was the attorney general in Louisiana. Good for you. You were a good attorney. Does that mean that you know everything there is to know about picking a football coach and the long-term ramifications of every decision you make? No, it does not. It means that you're a friggin' lawyer. So be a lawyer. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I would worry about this, but for other states, but Louisiana is uniquely positioned in that they only have one big major school that's in a major conference. Mm-hmm. So this is why this happens there and not in Alabama, not in Georgia, not in Florida, not in South Carolina, not in Texas, because you can't be too favorable to one or the other. You got to just kind of leave it out. So this happens in Louisiana. It's unique to Louisiana. It doesn't really happen anywhere else. Number 2, following the crowd like lemmings over the cliff. Look, and this kind of goes back to the bidding war thing a little bit. Okay, if you know that everybody wants Lane Kiffin, all right, look, he's a really good coach. Okay, he's a really good coach. And I'm not even trying to belittle Lane Kiffin here. I don't want to. I think he's a really good coach. I think he's probably one day going to break through and win some stuff. But do your work, man, as an AD, as a committee, figure out who the best coaches are. Kalen DeBoer does not have, actually maybe has a better resume now than Lane Kiffin. And where was he a few years ago? He came out of the smaller ranks. Lance Leipold is the first person that makes you think Kansas is going to win games. Where did he come from? Matt Campbell, same at Iowa State. You know, there are other options. So if you're Penn State and you're dead set on getting a winner, well, there's people who win at other levels that if you gave them the same structure and money that you have and they put their system into place, it'll probably work. Like Bob Chesney at James Madison. Guess what? Kurt Signetti is now one of the richest coaches in the land because he knows how to do just that, and he's got Indiana winning. They didn't even like oblong ball sports before Kurt Signetti got there. They're all about basketball. He's made them okay with being mediocre at basketball. You know why? Because Indiana said, who can we get? What makes sense? Kurt Signetti, good. That was very smart of them. And number 1, big game hunting. This, again, kind of ties in, but if you've decided that your search is going to be big, don't be surprised if what you wind up with is a disappointment. I will give you an example from the way back years. When Steve Spurrier left Florida to go take the Washington Redskins head coaching job, Florida had a list that was John Gruden, Mike Shanahan, the Lord Jesus Christ, Gandhi, like whoever to be the coach. It was all like huge names that they weren't going to get because the prior several things had happened. They got big boosters involved. Oh, well, Mike Shanahan's available right now. He's always wanted to be a college coach. No, he just left the Broncos after winning a couple Super Bowls and, or I think he might have still been with the Broncos. Like, you're not getting Mike Shanahan away from the NFL, and I thought they could get him because John Elway just retired. Well, that wound up with him getting Ron Zook, a guy who could recruit. Now, let me tell you, Ron Zook could recruit, but the Ron Zook era was, not good. I mean, they were not good. Mississippi State beat them in one game in a 2-minute drill and didn't throw a pass. I mean, that was how bad their defense was. So you wind up with Ron Zook, who shouldn't really be a college head coach. He's a special teams coordinator and a good one and a good recruiter. Actually, right now, I think Ron Zook could do well as somebody's GM. The guy can recruit, but when it comes to putting that talent all together and making it work, But that's what happens when you just solely big game hunt. You have to look for those diamonds in the rough. There are guys at the G6 level. There are guys at the other levels that could really do a good job for you, and you need to look them up. You got to do it. And don't be afraid to take a chance on a coordinator either who's ready. Don't be afraid of that. But this is all going on at LSU right now, all at once, and I hope it stops for their sake. We'll see. Well, that's going to do it for the top 5